Hey, Shalom Makia. This is a high spirit wind shooter of the GMS Mississippi Camp. Giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Hakudash. Also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings as well as health and wellness to the house of everything elect. All right, let's continue on my voyage to work. All right, something else that was on my spirit. All right, basically running while the thorns in your flesh. All right, running while the thorns in your flesh, operating on all levels in this truth. All right, running while the thorn is in your flesh, operating on all levels in this truth, man. Learning how to navigate on all levels. All right, because at the end of the day, the Most High created us to fight. We're soldiers. We're soldiers of Yahweh Shai. We're spiritual soldiers. So spiritual soldiers, they fight a spiritual war. All right, as it says, and I brought it out in the last lesson, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All right, and it also goes into, Ephesians the 6th chapter. Along with that, you know, we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, man. All right, but the point is, all right, all right, you have to run while the thorns in your flesh. I remember the elder Barakia out there in Cali. He said, you know, when you're a soldier, if you got an injured leg, you still got to go out there and fight. So, from a spiritual standpoint, you're not going to always be in this high-powered, focused spirit, you know, this heavy breakdown spirit, you know. You're not going to always be in that spirit, but that doesn't mean you put down your sword and your shield. All right? One thing that makes you a master in this truth is learning how to operate where you're in a lower state or a higher state, whether that's physically or spiritually. So you learn how to operate when your situation is not good or when your situation is good, or spiritually when you know how to operate when you heavy in the spirit. Are you heavily focused, or are you having those flat lines and those down times in the truth where you're not really in that spirit you want to be in, man, for whatever reason? All right, so we have demons that we have to fight. We have everyday battles, and sometimes we lose those battles. And when we lose those battles, it causes us to decline from that higher state, you know, and we're brought to a lower state. Even when you are in that lower state, you still have to fight. And that's one of the things that make you great, man. It's not that you never have low points, you never have pitfalls in this truth. Is that you know how to operate in that pitfall, man. I just passed a sign. You can't see it from this viewpoint, this camera, but I just passed a sign that says warrior. And that's the thing that makes you a real warrior, is that you know how to fight even with your own personal demons. All right, certain things the Most High not gonna fully get rid of. Certain things that you struggle with and certain challenges you have. All right, some of those challenges is not gonna leave. All right, certain things is not gonna leave, but you gotta know how to fight while you still have those challenges and while those demons still fuck with you, man. All right, that's what makes you great in the spirit, man. All right, that's what makes you a professional, man. All right, so that's just part of it, man. All right, knowing how to fight while the thorns in your flesh, and knowing how to operate when you heavy in the spirit and when you zeroed in and you focus, and learn how to fight when you're not focused and when you've declined from that spiritual high point. All right. And I can tell you too, it's a double-edged sword, because being in that spiritual high point can puff you up. So the Most High calculates your downfalls to keep you humble. All right, the Most High gives you adversity to keep you humble. Your thorn in the flesh could be adversity, but or financial adversity, or you know, you have a financial plateau, and the spirit doesn't allow you to transcend above that plateau. All right. But that plateau keeps you humble, and it keeps you in the spirit of just trusting on Him to provide for you and things of that nature. Or things you struggle with in the flesh that interrupt your spirit, man. If you look at the greater scheme of things, those things you struggle with that sort of impedes your spirit, all right? The greater scheme of it keeps you humble, man. Because you need checks and balance for your spirit, man. There has to be a system that keeps you humble, all right? There has to be a system that forces you to be stronger. You know, you can't be stronger without resistance. So you have to fight, all right? That's what makes you spirit. See, we have to cultivate our spirit. You know, it's one thing to exercise and eat healthy to the best of our ability, which that's imperative as well. But we have to learn how to exercise our spirits, man. All right, because even when we go back to working out, some days you're not gonna feel like working out, but you might do a minimum just to keep that momentum. You might do a bare minimum to keep that momentum. All right, same thing in the spirit. We have to start learning how to do the minimum at our low points. You know, just to keep that spiritual momentum going, man. All right, you did something to keep that. It's all about that momentum. Anything you do, it's all about the momentum, man. All right. But that's pretty much it. You know, just real quick. So that was my spirit, man. Learn how to fight while the thorns in your flesh. You know, with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh Shai, my son, Kakudash, stubborn understar, elder apostles, elder bishops, great millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness, and also the elect. Abba, Kamesha, Allah, Shalom.